Hi, welcome to the live stream. So I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will be giving messages according to who's listening, and for the week ahead as well. So yes, I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in, um, and um, and just to mention, if you'd like to book a one-to-one session or 5-minute transmission or join the shamanic protocol, then you can do that via the Archangel Raphael site. And the link to that is on the description. Or if you'd like to join a group, that's on the gen.net site. So, yes, I'll just let Archangel Raphael come in now and speak through me. Hmm. Hmm. I would like you to know that what I'm seeing is that the energy at the moment is very much about going forwards on the earth plane, but at the same time doing it in a way where you are aligning to your higher vision, to what you really are all about inwardly. So going forwards in a very aligned way. And by this I mean that it is not necessary to be thinking about everything you do, but rather to be going within and really going very deep into your higher vision, allowing this to come through you and automatically take you to the right places and people. And what I will say about a higher vision is that it is not necessarily something that may seem on the earth plane something that is particularly impressive. A higher vision is very much about aligning to your higher self. And sometimes your higher self has the type of energy that may seem very simple on the earth plane, something that does not seem extraordinary. So it is very much that your egoic self will conjure up images that are more grandiose, that feel absolutely like they are incredible. And what I will say about these things is that they tend to be, in one way or another, aligning to aspects of the spirit. But then what happens is that the ego takes over and it makes things into something else. So it creates more energy around the things that your spirit would like. And eventually, this energy has a life of its own. So, what I'm really trying to say is that you will know that you are in your higher vision because it actually will be a bit simpler generally. It will not necessarily be all about doing things which may seem absolutely incredible. It may be more like simply being with yourself and actually coming to a place of oneness within, and through this, inspiring this in others around you. And when you are aligning to something like this, that has this type of energy, vibration, it has a very high energy that draws to you all the right people, the right set of circumstances. So this is fulfilled. And through this, you find that other needs are met as well. But when you go into egoic desires, when you go into energies that may seem very much in a superior type of a vibration, because they seem bigger to you, better, perhaps something that is absolutely incredible on the earth. It will mean that you are, in one way or another, going to feel at times overwhelmed, like it is all a bit too much. But also, it does mean that you are not always feeling the flow of the universe, that you may feel that you have to push for things to happen. So, what I am trying to say to you is that it is not that you will not do much bigger things on earth, But what I see is that when you are going into a higher vision, there is a simplicity there. And through this simplicity, bigger things automatically happen without you trying to make these things happen. I also will say that some of the things on earth that have been created by people, which may seem absolutely incredible according to earthly values, may not actually be so incredible in terms of the vibration, the energy on a deeper level. So it is generally better to keep going forwards in a way where you are really going into simplicity, the simplicity of your spirit, the simplicity of your higher self, allowing this to come through. And then the right things happen through you. And sometimes what happens is so incredible that it is something you would have never imagined ever. And it is something much larger than any earthly vision that you would have been able to have. But sometimes what happens when you align to your higher self and higher vision is that what does happen is perhaps a bit smaller, a bit simpler in terms of the earthly aspects. But the level of satisfaction that you have inwardly from it is much more than you are able to ever imagine. So it is good to always focus on this, focus on inner satisfaction, happiness from within, focus on your spirit, the higher vision of your spirit, and allowing this to come through. And what I will also say about creating from an egoic structure within is that it can actually mean that in the long term, there is a lot for you to deconstruct. Because what can happen is that you may create a lot from your ego, especially if you generally have a lot of life force energy, a lot of personal power. It is possible to do a lot with ego energy, make a lot happen. But ultimately, what you will find is that what is not aligning to your higher self will need to be deconstructed at some point, whether it is now or later on. So it is always good to stay in your alignment, in your spirit, and always remember that through this, the right things happen. I would like to share more information. And what I would like you to know is that there is always going to be a lot of grace given to those who are choosing it, who are choosing this energy, this vibration, who are really wanting to be in divine union with the oneness and be in a state of grace. And grace is not something that is necessarily given because the person is doing something that warrants it. It is much more about being open to this, arriving into your energy, into your life. And what I mean by grace is when something is automatically made as it should be. Something is automatically released. Something happens where you feel an automatic sense that something is resolved, it is sorted out, that there is peace there, that all is well. It is something that many people have experienced where they have a sense inside that whatever has happened, it is all held in divine union with the oneness. It is all held in a place of absolute oneness where the right things are happening automatically. And when you are in this energy, this vibration, life becomes much easier. But those of you who still are still are wanting to experience this, Remember that grace is something that comes in when you let go on a level where you have released your own personal opinions, your own feelings, where you have released them and you are in a state of openness, willingness for something to be resolved in a higher way. I also will say about grace is that when you are in this state, it is not that you are not affected by things around you, but it is rather that whatever happens is then automatically held in this vibration of grace, that something is held within this vibration. And through this, there is a sense inside that all is well. And through this energy, you are able to achieve a lot because you will find yourself held by life on a much deeper level. So it is a reminder to those of you who perhaps feel you have a lot on your plate, a lot that still needs to be resolved, sorted out in your lives. Remember, grace is something that is available to all of you, something that you can actually be held in, something that can hold you through life, regardless of what happens. I would like to say one more thing, and that is there is also such a thing as being able to be fully, in one way or another, reunited with loved ones who have passed when you are in this state of grace, because within it there is also something that occurs where you are automatically going to find yourself with the right people, whether they are in heaven or on earth. So within grace, there is also a sense that there is nothing lost, that you are not separate to anyone or anything that is truly meant to be in your life, including loved ones who have passed. So, this is a message to those of you who may be grieving the loss of loved ones, that as you go into grace, you will feel their presence in some way or another. You will feel them and know that they are always with you. And I will also say that within grace, there is an automatic sense of knowing what is going on a deeper level, a sense of clarity, but without necessarily knowing the details. That is what I see. I would like to speak on another subject now. So, what I would like you to be aware of is energies at the moment are very much about going forwards on the earth plane, but in a way which is aligned. But for this reason as well, when you are in a state where you are wanting something from someone or something, there will be a much stronger energy that occurs where there will be a pushback from that person or from that situation, and it will push you back to yourself. So, those of you who may be feeling at times that life is constantly pushing you back inside yourself, it may be a sign that you are seeking something from life rather than going within. It may be a sign, actually, that you do need to do more work on yourself to find a place of deep inner knowing that all the right things will come to you, that you are automatically going to collide with the right people, the right things, for whatever it is you would like to create to happen. So it is a reminder to those of you who are experiencing this at the moment. I would like you to be aware that life at the moment is not so easy, that there are many things going on, so many people who are in desperate need, and at the same time, so many people who are really ascending, who are rising up to meet those needs. And what I will say to all of you here is that you are all rising up, and ultimately, you are rising up to meet the needs of those who are in the world, to do your purpose and meet the needs of others. And because of this, when I work with you, I give you a lot because I want you all to have your needs met on the deepest levels, to be cleared, to have needs met, to have everything in order so you can be of service ultimately to others. So, this is a reminder that those of you who are very committed to serving others will always be given a lot from Spirit. You will be blessed in many ways because ultimately the blessings you receive will be shared with many. So, it is a reminder that as beings who are here to support others on earth, to raise the vibration, the frequency of the planet, you will be supported by Spirit. Perhaps you may not always feel supported on the earth for various reasons, including issues around persecution, personal power, self doubt. Perhaps there may be many things you have to work through on earth, but you will be supported by Spirit. You will be supported by higher beings. And this support will get you through everything that you have to clear in order to be able to be fully in your power, to be able to serve your purpose in the highest possible way, in order to have a life that you would really like on all levels. You will be fully supported for this to happen. The week ahead will generally be a good one, a week where many things will happen on many levels. Some of the things may be a bit like the sort of things you find a bit overwhelming, a bit like it is all too much. So there will be some energy that is a bit more like this. And then other things will be really positive, will bring new things in. So it is generally a good week, but quite an active week. That is what I see. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening, and yeah, wishing you a really good weekend and a good week ahead, and lots of love to all of you.